the key word to feeding your river is the word flow. Everybody say flow. Something must flow into your income source. There must be a flow. And it must be a flow with different levels of predictability. Some things flow very slow. Some have high current and flow. Some flow very strongly. Some flow weakly. But you have to have a flow. Something must flow into your income source. Just go to the next slide, and I want to just show you how it works out. Now, you would see that there is a structure there I call a river, and that river is your income. Your income is what comes in. But that income is fed by revenue sources. And the revenue sources you call the streams. So the revenue sources are flowing, and they come not just from one source. They come from different sources, and they flow into that river. That river continues to flow, and what flows out of that river becomes your means for expenditure, what you're going to spend, and your costs, and so on. And at the end of the day, you must have something in that river all the time. So God wants us not just to have only one source that flows into our river. There must be different sources that flow into the river. And as I said earlier on, okay, let me just change something on the screen. The water from the stream is your income, is your revenue source. The water in the river is your income. It's your income. The water in the river is your income. All right. Now, for the next 2 minutes, I want everybody to take a sheet of paper. Just take a sheet of paper or your notebook or your iPhone, wherever you take your notes, or your iPad. Thank God for iPad. I think Apple have to pay me a lot of money because I've been selling iPad like crazy. I tell my friends, I think iPad is the greatest single invention in the last 10 years. If you don't have an iPad, get one. It's probably the most versatile tool I've used. And I've used computers, I've used laptop, I've used iPhone, I've used BlackBerry. But iPad is way out there. Because of the apps you can load on. And there's so much. I preach from it. It's so easy. I take my notes on it. I play games on it. I look for restaurants on it. You check your stocks on it. You can do everything on the iPad. Thank God for Steve Jobs. May the Lord bless him. And next time, may it be me inventing the next something. All right. So take out your piece of paper, and I want to just give you an exercise. You may not be able to complete it today, but the next 2 minutes, write down the streams of income that flow into your river. Just write them down. What kinds of sources do you get your income from? Maybe where you work, tips you receive from people, income from some little business you do, some product you sell, whatever. And try to figure out how many streams flow into my river. The last time I did this, I had 13 streams flowing into my river. 13. Now, a lot of people have only one. Some people have 2. Some have just about 3. But the more streams you have, the more water in your river. And if you're limited, don't get frustrated. We will find ways by which you can expand the streams. But it's always important to ensure that there is a flow. Now, some of the streams that flow into your income river may flow once a week. Some flow once a month. Others flow every quarter. Some flow every 6 months. Some once a year. Some once every 2 years. But it's a flow. It's predictable, and you can count on it that every year that stream is going to flow. Or every month that stream is going to flow. Or every quarter that stream is going to flow. So you have to capture all of that, have a mental note of it. And if you're not able to do it all today, go home and think through it. What are the streams that flow into my river?